Hello, everyone. This is Rex Red. Mike's Cakewalk Studio set up. Okay, here we go. All right, so save this. Rex Red. We're going to put this here. Control V. Okay, save. Welcome, people. Welcome. That is my guitar. I have an awesome thing planned for you. I'm going to show you my studio setup here. Okay, we'll leave that there so you can see my guitar. All right. This is going to give you an idea of what it takes for me to do my whole studio setup kind of thing. Um, yes. So here it is. Here is my studio, okay? And you can see probably from way back here that it is pretty full of stuff. And there is a lot more than what you can see down below. There are two computers there. There's one there and a bigger size one. So, yes. So here we go. And this, so as we can see, this is a Panasonic X, I think XC1000. This is a 4K video camera with a really nice telescopic zoom. This is a 4K camera on a very nice, I forget, some kind of mandel, or what is it, fancier um, tripod. Really nice, rugged tripod. So this is if I do need another camera. And right now this, as you can see what I'm holding in my hand in the little circle, I am holding my cell phone. So my cell phone is broadcasting live. Welcome, Angus. Welcome. I hope you can hear me. Welcome, welcome. This is a different kind of video. There's Sigmund. Say hi. Hi. Hello. That's Sigmund. So yeah, there should be sound. Let me see. Do we have sound? What are we doing here? Direct mic. Is there no sound? Let me get over here and see what's going on here with this. Advanced properties. Out to yeah. Hello. And let's see, what else is there? Advanced properties. Yeah, there should be sound. Direct mic, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Okay, good. The Sigmund Show. Yes, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown on all of this equipment that makes my studio work. That right there is a Sony that is a Sony Alpha 6100. That is the little circle down below in the corner. This one that says that's me, where I'm waving. That's running that. So you can see that's the Canon Alpha with a lens that allows me that focuses. It blurs the background just a little bit, but it's perfect for like a desktop camera. So that lens, it doesn't adjust, it doesn't zoom in or out, it just pretty much focuses. And and I have it on autofocus, so it just pretty much does that. Now, right here is my microphone, and this is an Audio-Technica microphone. It's not the lowest budget. It's like the next one up. It's a few $100s, and it has a windscreen on it, so so it directs the plosives away from. And then it's on a Rode. You see this mic stand, and I have it drilled right into the table, a hole, and it's very nice and clean how it goes right in this little. I just had to drill a hole in the table, and then this metal pad goes in there, and this fits right in. So what's really nice about this is I can swivel this anywhere I need it, and it just moves, and I can just move it anywhere, up, down, anywhere, or get it out of the way, put it way back there. That's where it goes when I'm not using it. You probably can't hear me very well now. So yeah, so that's my microphone, and as you can see, when it's in the when it's close, it's right here when I need it. When it's out of the way, it's right out of the way. And this I don't believe there is a stand on the market that comes close to this stand. This stand is really rugged made. It's made to move it around a million times and never wear out. And it just floats there. The way the springs are, I didn't have to adjust them. I didn't have to do anything. I just basically screwed my camera onto it, and it works. It moves anywhere I want. It's the most amazing kind of thing in the world. Now you can see in behind there are acoustic audio by Goldwood. And that's a 15-inch woofer with a radial horn up top, and that's my bow tie hanging there. So when I want to wear a bow tie, I know where it is. So that's one speaker, and there is the other speaker on the other side, and those I use for making music, okay? And that little box in there back, that's my modem, okay? And that's my Wi-Fi modem, and that is my cable modem over there. This is my phone. Okay, these are party lights. These just, if I want something to some designs and patterns and strobes, lights all over the, it's $35 for that thing, and it puts patterns on the ceiling, and like I'm in a nightclub, but I can sit and watch TV and have it put beautiful patterns on the ceiling and everything. And so you can see it's pointing up here. And it comes with this little remote here. And the remote works really nice. Hi, Sigmund. Hi! That's Sigmund. Yeah. So he's watching. So this is the remote that comes with it, and it gives me all kinds of patterns and different light settings. Yeah, I'm fading away because I'm moving away from the microphone. I don't have I don't have the microphone is close. I'll try to remember not to do that. Now this right here is called a Stream Deck, and this is an amazing thing. It allows me to just immediately. I just instantly muted my mic. It allows me to turn off my cam. Let's see, my camera. Well, that one didn't work. hand cam, game audio, game capture. Well, I may have to set those up to work on this new scene that I have for scene 2. This is the M Audio synthesizer. Now, as you can see, I'm going to zoom way back. You won't be able to hear me well while I do this, but I'm going to zoom way back so you can see everything kind of in one big whole. There's the camera there. As you can see now, these are lights. See this right there? That's a light. That's a light. And this up here, that's another light. I don't have that turned on right now, but that helps to light me. And as you can see, it's very bright, so I have to keep the baffles pretty much almost closed because it's really bright when I take and open that up. You can see it becomes really bright on me. It brightens everything up quite a bit. So I just I keep it closed so it's not so bright on my eyes and everything. This is that's my monitor there. So as you can see, I have 3 monitors. Okay, the two monitors below are they're quite large. They're like 35-inch or something like that, and that's a I think it's like 45-inch TV up top, and they're all connected together. So, and this monitor here, I have a switch. So if I push this button, it switches to my other computer. And so now when I move my mouse around, my mouse, I have this little button thing here, switch there. See, my mouse is over here, now it's over there, and now I can move it all the way around to, so this is my main music computer. So if I'm working on something here in front of me, if I'm working on something here in front of me, my mouse here, but I just move my mouse up and then it's up here. Oops, let's close that down. Then I can move my mouse up and it's up here, move my mouse down or move it over and it's over here. So I can drag windows and see all of my music. If I'm working on like wave files over here, and I can work on wave files over here and work on the main program and put some effects up here and keep an eye on all kinds of things all at one time. Now let's go back. Now when I push this button here, this monitor over on the right switches to my other computer, okay? So this is now viewing, so this is the monitor over here on the right, and now this is showing you what my other computer is putting out of its graphics card, okay? And that's this computer down here on the floor, that's this one. This computer here is my streaming computer. And so as you can see, it's got the streaming software and it's got YouTube here. This is Chrome right here. It's open to Chrome. And Chrome we're broadcasting here. This is Chrome YouTube software here. And then this is another kind of software, and these both work together. And so the signal is coming from my main computer. This is my desktop here. So this is the other. This is when I do gaming. Here I click to this scene. And this is showing my camera. Now my camera is running through a special software. It's running through Wi-Fi. See, there's no wire hooking my camera. Okay, there's no wire on my camera right now at all. It's just running Wi-Fi, and my camera is pointing. It's using the camera on the back. And it just froze up. Come back, camera. Okay, we're back. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, so my camera is sending the video out of it through Wi-Fi, and this is 4K video. Okay, so what you're seeing, that's why everything looks so sharp, is because this is 4K video. All right, so yeah, see how nice Sigmund looks? Yeah, this is really nice. Now these little devices here, this right thing on the top, that's a headphone bus, so that if I have a band coming in here, see, I have a set of drums here. Oops, that was good. I just knocked a bunch of stuff over. Okay, I gotta pick up that mess. That's my drum set. I just dropped about 500 guitar picks on the floor, which I have to pick them up now one by one. Yep. So this is the way studios are. They just get all messed up and everything gets all uh, everything gets all thrown together, you know? And so you have to kind of you have to live in a tight space. Okay. So let me see if I can get back up here. All right. Now, I think I'm back. I think. All right. So when I turn the camera around, this is my drum set. Okay. So the drum set, and in those drawers there and these drawers are all kinds of little, my supplements, and then all kinds of devices and things that hook things up, all kinds of USB drives, USB battery backups, and all kinds of little devices. All through there is a ton of stuff. These are my guitars. Okay, so they have all of my guitars here. I have about 15 guitars, and so I keep them all in little bags so that they don't get kind of greasy and dirty. They stay nice and clean, like brand new. All right, so this right here is a headphone bus. So if I have a band come in, we can all have our own set of headphones, and I just run an input, and it has a USB thing that plugs in and goes all the way over across here, from there over here to this little, plugs into that USB thing. I have that plugged into something else right now, my earbud, my Bluetooth earbuds. Okay, there's Alexa, that little Alexa. Oops, now she's listening. It's like, sing a song, Alexa.
Carrie Hilson begins with the lyric sundown, Friday night, up on city lights, here I go, started out, I like, dressed up, out the door, so damn ready for one night, maybe more.
Okay, stop. Alexa, stop. So yeah, I can just talk to Alexa, and Alexa will talk back and everything. So yeah. So now these are my earbuds. They're plugged in. And I can put them in my ears. They're Bluetooth, so they don't have any wires to them. And I can just plug them in and pair them with whatever device I need to use at the time. They don't like to pair to multiple devices and all very much. You can see this is a big, gigantic mouse pad. It's a really big one. It doubles as a dining room table where I can sit and eat and all. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now this right here, see, this is the headphone bus on the top. This is the headphone bus right here. And each headphone has its own volume switch. Let's open this back up. Each headphone has its own volume switch. And then this right here, this is called an RME Fireface. This right here that's $1,600, and it's brand new. It just came out a few months ago, and that is the audio interface of all audio interfaces right now. It gets pretty hot. Oops, now let's drop the phone here. Oops, it's upside down now, pointing at me. It gets pretty hot. It's like pretty warm right now, and then this right here, this is a guitar boost. So in this wire coming out of here, I plug into my guitar. It's a 1/4-inch jack, goes right into my guitar. And then it comes out of here and goes around back of this whole thing. It goes out around back and comes out here. And when I need this, oops, Sigmund fell over. Help me, I fell down. All right, so this plug right here, I plug this right into this jack, and then my guitar is plugged into my computer. It goes right into here, and when that plugs in, so I usually either have a microphone plugged in here, and that's plugged in right now. That's what you hear. That's going into that. This goes into my main computer. It comes out of the back of this, okay? Those wires coming out, it's several. So I can use the software on my computer. Here's the software. And that's the software for this. This is the software for that, okay? And it gives me mixing software. And I can, with this software, as you can see, this is my mic up here in the corner here. You can see it bouncing up and down as I talk. And I can make my mic a little louder, like that, by just bringing that volume up. And right now I have my fans. I'm going to turn them down a little bit, especially one of them here. My 1080 Ti is really loud. Okay, that should make it a little quieter in the room. Okay, so what did I just do? All right. So that is the software for this, okay? It comes with it, and you install it on your computer. You download it from the internet, and it gives me ultimately anyway. So this decides what goes out of the computer. It decides everything. There's nothing you can't control with this, okay? You've got your inputs, you've got virtual inputs, you got your outputs down here, and I can send them out to wherever. You got headphones, and this is the headphone jack right here. And you also have main outs in the back. Okay, so you have 8 outputs on this. Okay, and they go out. Each one of those go out, and they go in to this thing on the bottom. Okay, and so this is plugged into my my Cakewalk computer, the main computer. It's the computer that I do. That's this big computer here. This is the big computer, the really big one. Okay, this is a huge computer right here. Okay, and this is now you could focus a little bit better. But that is the main big computer. It's not focusing at all, hardly. Let's see if I can wipe off the lens a little bit. There, it's a little better. Now you can see that's my main computer. It looks big. That's because it is. It's the biggest kind of tower you can buy. It's a gigantic tower, okay? And that right there is a 39, an Asus. There's a 3090, there's a 1080 Ti in there, and there's an NVIDIA up above it. It's kind of dark, but it's an NVIDIA RTX 3090 in there. That's down below is a 1,600 watt power supply. It's got an i9 12 core computer in there. This being the other computer over here, this one is the streaming computer. And so this right here is hooked to the big computer. This device here, okay, is hooked to my main computer, the big one. And then and so the USB comes out of this and goes into the big computer. And then this one right here, the USB comes out of this and goes into the streaming computer, into the smaller computer. And that's not that small. That's got 8 cores inside of it, okay? 8 multi-threaded cores. So it's actually 16 core, 16 threads. And that has an AMD processor in it. That has a 1080 Ti in it also. So the 1080 Ti is that's what's running this software here, and that's what you're seeing. That's this computer here has its output from the graphics is going to this monitor over here. And if I switch the button here on this thing, it switches between becoming a third monitor for this computer. So this monitor right here can become my third monitor. So I have this, and that all for 3 monitors. Or if I push this button, then it switches it. So you can see there's two cords coming in. It switches it so that it's the monitor for this computer. So by just pushing one button, I either have 3 monitors or I have a monitor. This is a 4K monitor. It's a full size, like what, 30, 32, 34, something like that. It's a big monitor. It switches from to this computer. So so that I can see what I'm streaming and see all of my streaming stuff. So, okay, I don't need, now this little device here, this switches my mouse and keyboard, not the white one on top, but the white one on top is is to boost my electric guitar and boost my guitars so they're loud enough when they come into this box. So they're louder. It just boosts them. And I have some tone controls, bass and treble here, and also volume here. So, but underneath this is, as you can see, there's my mouse and keyboard plug into this. And then there's 2 buttons on the side, this button and that button. And these buttons, when I push these buttons, they switch my mouse and keyboard. So if I push this button here, then my mouse and keyboard work for this computer, the big computer, okay? And if I push this button here, then my mouse and keyboard work for this computer. So I don't have to have 2 mice and 2 keyboards. I can see, and this is my keyboard here. This is my keyboard. I only have 1 keyboard and 1 mouse. And they both plug into this. And then this has 2 plugs that come out of it. Okay, it has 2 plugs that come, those 2 white plugs. They come out of the back of that thing, all right, of that little box. They come out, and one goes to one computer, and one goes to the other. And if I push these buttons here, one goes to one computer and one goes to the other. So currently I have them. So if I push that button, now my mouse is on my streaming computer. Cancel that. Okay, and if I push this button, it's just instantly my mouse is over here. And see, so I push the button. Okay, you can see the mouse moving there. Now I push the button over here, and now the mouse is moving over here, as you can see. So it's immediately, the keyboard and mouse immediately switches, because I'm not going to use the keyboard and mouse simultaneously on both computers ever. Okay, because I only have two hands. Okay, and so I'm not going to need to push the same thing twice, for both computers. And so I can just push the button and then I'm over here. And so I go over here, and this would be like a scenario, would be like, come over here and make sure my volume's up or something, and come over here and maybe bring the volume down, or and everything, and then push this button, and I'm back over to this computer, and then I go back to gaming. Or if I were to, as you can see, I have a chat here where Angus has chatted. It tells me that Angus just sent me some messages. Now, if I push this button, I can go down in here and type something and say hello, and hit enter on the keyboard. So I type with the keyboard down in here and answer Angus back, and then I push this button and I'm back over here in the game. See, so, and this right here is my gaming computer. This is the game one I play the games on. This one has like 7 hard drives in it. Seriously, and they are, it has 7 hard drives. One of them's a 12 terabyte, 2 8 terabyte, one 4 terabyte, and 3 solid state drives. One's a 2 terabyte solid state drive, where that's my C drive. And so so I play the games on here, and the games come out, and then down underneath, way in the back, there's a switch. Okay, it's on the floor behind. This is my foot stand here, in my slippers and shoes down there, but that's a foot stand. I can rest my feet on that, pull it up a little bit. And so but behind there is a little switch. Okay, and so no, actually, this is the switch now. Okay, I used to use a switch down there, but now there are some other kind of things involved in this whole situation, where I inside of this computer here, I have a capture card. Okay, and the capture card, I forgot how I'm running. The capture card is a 4K capture card. So it captures a 4K video signal, like what would come out of a camcorder or something. It captures a 4K signal, like, yeah, and it does it at 4K at 60p. So actually I could be playing, so it will capture, so all I have to do is split off my game, and it will capture that signal. But then this camera, it has also another, it's a USB. See this camera here? Okay, this camera has got a wire coming out of there, and that goes down underneath and comes around and goes into this through a USB capture card. And so that's capturing this camera signal. That's me in the little circle. That camera is pointing at me on my desktop. It's on a little tripod, as you can see, and I can move it around whatever way I want and everything. And that is running into a cam capture card, a camera capture card, but that's only running in HD. It's not running out of the camera. This is a 4K camera, but it won't stay on. It overheats, and they all do. All of the Sony Alpha 6100s, If you run them in 4K for more than a half an hour, they overheat and they shut off. And so I have to, so this little circle thing, it's tiny, and so but it's very sharp and very clear and it's very fast. It picks up motion really fast. It works really, really well. So, and it's very, very clear. It just, you can see, it picks up the hairs. You can see the detail that it does even in HD. So, and it only needs to make a small little picture here and down in the corner. So it doesn't need to be full screen, like it doesn't need to be 4K. And so that's running out, and it runs into this little teeny device. It's about that big. It's like it's about half the size of my phone, or a third of the size of my phone, and it plugs into the back of this computer down here, the streaming computer. And so this camera plugs into the streaming computer and runs into this software here. And that sends it. And so this is Chrome, and that is the your browser, and that's Chrome is hooked to YouTube. And so this software pulls all these things together. It pulls the mics together. It pulls the screen from my gaming. It pulls this screen, any source that I want to put into this software here on this one on the left, okay, on the right, I guess it's on the right. This one takes all these sources and puts them together and sends them to Chrome, okay? And Chrome sends it out to YouTube, okay? And so it just sends this, whatever's on this screen here, it's in this software. It pulls it all together, all these different sources being sent from this computer down here, and from this device. They're sent, all the sounds and everything, they're sent in separately into this. And this one, you can see each one, all on the bottom. This one, each one of these has a different volume. This is for audio. All this stuff here is for audio, okay? And then the video stuff is this, and they're sent out of the video card. And I'm actually running, okay, the way I do it is I'm running on this computer here, it's actually running 4 monitors, okay? This monitor here, my main monitor, my default monitor that I run my main programs in, you see it's like that's a secondary monitor. This is a secondary monitor. This is the default. Well, I have this default monitor cloned in Windows. It's a clone. These ones are extended, okay? And this one is extended, but this one is cloned. And so I have the clone coming out of the 3090, and that clone goes, so whatever's on this monitor goes to this software here, okay? So one of them goes out of my computer and into this monitor, okay? And then the clone comes out of my main computer also, out of this big computer. There's 2 wires because it's cloned, okay? So one goes to this monitor to run to show you this signal, to show my game, all right? And the clone of it comes out of this computer also and goes over to this computer and into the into my capture card, into the 4K capture card, okay? And then this computer sends it out through, because this software that you're seeing here is on that computer. This right here is on that computer. This is the monitor from that computer, okay? Unless I switch it over to the other monitor. And so this computer is actually running 4 monitors. This one is running 4 monitors. Currently it's running 3 because one is been switched. But it's running, if I push this button here, it will switch it back, and then I'll have 4 monitors running. So it's always running the 2 clones and then the 2 extended. And then when I have it switched, it's showing you the other computer, what's coming out of the other computer. So that's how I have this set up. And it works really well. Now this little device, okay, this is coming, my speakers, that the line that comes out of this device on the bottom, this is the final process. It comes out of this device, goes into this device, and out of this device, it goes to my speakers. It comes out of this device and goes into this little box, and then it comes out of this little box and goes to my speakers. This box takes the hum out. So if you have any kind of hum in your electrical wiring in your house, okay, you plug it into this little hum eliminator, okay, and it works, and it's worked for years, for 4 or 5 years, this little box. And without it, if I were to just run the wires straight from this box right into my speakers, I'd be hearing radio stations and a constant hum, and I'd move around. I'd just move my chair around or my head around, and it would like fade in and out. I could change the channel stations by just moving my head around and stuff. It's like it picks up this really low level magnetism in the room, and it's all tied in with the electrical wiring in the building. And so this little device gets rid of the hum. Okay, it's a Pyle. It's what says PHE400. It is a godsend. It is so amazing. This little box just keeps my speakers dead silent, and it works. So that's a little hum eliminator. So as you can see, this is quite a setup. All right, now this, my main computer, because it has all of those hard drives inside of it. That is why I'm able to put gigs and gigs of music samples on there, because it has 7 hard drives in it right now. And those hard drives, this one's got a couple of big hard drives in it also, the streaming computer, but I don't store much on that. It's all stored on this big PC here, this mammoth PC. That's where all the hard drives live. And so I think that's the basic rundown of everything here. And Sigmund says, I don't know how you keep this all straight. Yeah, I know, Sigmund. It's pretty hard to do. So, yeah, so these, that's pretty much how this all works. And now this little wire here is a headphone jack. It runs out and goes around back and then comes out here. And normally, like when I play my games, I have to be in headphones. Okay, I have to be in earbuds. Okay, because, and that's nice to see the earwax in them. So, but I have to be in earbuds because the earbuds, they don't pick up when I have these speakers on, the speakers will play and go through my microphone, like my game. And I have my game isolated. It's coming through separate wires out of the computer, out of the main computer. It's coming out through separate wires through this. This keeps them all separate, keeps all my audio things separate. They come out separate. They go into here separate, okay, into the back, into the bottom through there. It comes in and goes into the bottom through there separate. So since they are all separate, then this program keeps them all separate. It can keep them separate. This one here. separates them. And when it comes out of this, then they're all joined together and sent out in stereo, and then the feed, as you can see, it puts all the video feed together so that it's all one thing, and that's sent to YouTube. So it sends one video feed and one audio feed, but I have ultimate control here because everything is coming in separately. Everything, nothing is joined together, because this bottom thing has 8 ins and 8 outs. This has 8 ins and 8 outs. On the back, there's all kinds of outputs and stuff. And so it's all, and those are physical ins and outs, okay? So they can go, so I can route everything. If I have, like, my game audio is separate from my voice audio. If I have music playing in the background, that's separate. Everything is kept separate, and I have a separate volume for each thing. Like, as you can see, I'm talking, that voice is going up and down. Now, if I had a game going, these two buttons next to it would be blinking, and that would be the game audio. And see, so that's all controlled ultimately through here is where is the last stop before it goes to YouTube. And so I open up Chrome, and then I broadcast from Chrome, and Chrome takes the final video that comes out of here. It takes the final video and puts it all, this program here puts all these audio and all the different video things together into one audio signal and one video signal, and that's in 4K and very high quality audio. Like, I think it's at least 48 kilohertz, and it sends it up to YouTube. And so that is how you do it. Okay, so and this, of course, is my MIDI controller. It allows me to input MIDI into Cakewalk, and so I can pretty much run anything on this computer, anything that this screen sees right here. You can anything that's coming on this monitor, you will see on here, okay? And the only reason why you're not seeing that now is because I have another scene here. You see I have 2 scenes, and the scene 1 is this monitor, okay, which isn't selected. Scene 2 right now is my camera, okay, the camera that I'm holding in my hand. And so I have scene 2 selected, and if I were to select scene 1, it would switch to this monitor, okay? And if I was playing a game, then it would be sending the game out to this, to YouTube. So that is how this all works, okay, in the grand scheme of things. So I can hook my mic into here and sing in my songs. I can hook my guitars into here, or the drums, or anything like that. Any kind of instrument I can plug into there, and then this is plugged into my main computer, and so it goes right directly into here, and then right into Cakewalk, and it gets recorded through this mixer program, through this mixer that comes with this device right here. This one was $350. This one was $300. This device here was $300. This one was $1,600. Okay, and this is the big one. This is the one hooked into my big computer, into this big computer. And so this gives me the very best sound that you can pretty much get for for recording your voice and recording your instruments and all. So I hope this has been helpful and all. And so Sigmund says hi. Hi. Okay. You can hello. So see, as you can see, it does have autofocus going on. And so it focuses on Sigmund when I put him up close to the camera. And he says, hi. And then when I put him back where he sits, down here, okay, Sigmund, you can sit there, yeah. And he's got his little blanket. He's like that he likes to sit on. And when I set him back there, then the camera focuses on me again. So it is a really ideal situation. I have to pinch myself every day when I get up and I look at this stuff. And this is the, if I need to, I have another camera. And this camera has audio that comes in and out of it. And as you can see, that little box on there, that's a receiver, okay? And those are antennas. And that picks up. And so then I have transmitters that go on my belt, okay? On the belt on the side of my pants here. I can wear them. I don't have them hooked up now, but I can walk anywhere in my apartment, and I have a lapel mic that sits on my lapel up here, and it will pick it up from anywhere in my apartment. Whatever I'm talking about, it will pick the audio up and record it on this device, okay, onto a memory card, okay? And if I have the video running, it will record the audio simultaneously with whatever video. So I could carry this camera around, which has a battery on the back, so it doesn't have any cords. And this plugs, and this has rechargeable batteries inside of it, this audio receiver. I just have it clipped onto the hand clip thing. And so it picks up audio from my lapel and sends it down in, and the lapel mic has a wire that goes down and plugs into the transmitter that's on my belt, and the transmitter sends it to this, and then this has an output cord here, as you can see on the top. It's got one cord coming out, and that cord goes into the camera, into its audio input. And so, and as you can see, it has two antennas. So I have two transmitters, and they both have separate channels. And so I can put a lapel mic on another person, and they can walk around and they get recorded into the left channel or whatever. If I want to blend them together, I can, but I always record them separately. And so I can later, if their mic is too loud or my mic is too quiet or too loud or whatever, then I can adjust them later so they get recorded in mono to because the lapel mic is mono. And so so I can record dialogue into this. I can also hook two mics into here. I could hook 8 mics into here if I wanted, and record each one of them separately. I could run them wires into different rooms in my apartment and have a different person in each room talking and recording them isolated, 8 of them all at one time. And my computer would record it flawlessly in very, very high quality, like probably 96 kilohertz, 24-bit. So at very high quality audio, like way higher than your ears can even detect. So so yes, this is the so that is what that device is for using this camera. So I can take this camera, and it has a battery on the back. and I can take somebody out and we can walk around, and they could be across the baseball field or something. And that's how far these will go. They'll go, these antennas will pick up, like, I don't know, a quarter of a mile or something, very far away. They're not Wi-Fi. They're not Bluetooth. They're like radio signals. They're totally different kind of signal, like a drone uses. And so it's crystal clear from way far away, on the other side of a football field, pretty much. You can still hear somebody talking in the bleachers if they have one of these, have the lapel mic and the transmitter on their belt. So it will pick them right up talking. So I could be filming them with my phone from across the and be recording or filming them with this camera from across the football field and picking up what they're saying. If there's two people with each one with a transmitter, and each transmitter has its own channel. It has a bunch of channels. You can try them, and the channel does you just pick a channel. They all come in perfectly clear. So it's really nice. This is a really nice camera, and I can flip this around and be watching whatever is on. This flips around. It's got a little screen that shows me what the camera sees on there. I can turn it right on. It's a very nice camera. It just gives me another feed into this software. Okay, and in this software I can add as many cameras as I want and just switch between them. Whatever, I can just click on a button and switch from one camera to the next. And as you can see, I can make some cameras small, like this little camera here, which is small, or I could just stretch this camera out and make it larger or smaller. And the camera here in the background, I can make that smaller, and I could put mix two different cameras in here, or three or four at all, and fill this canvas up, and then broadcast to YouTube this streaming computer. That's why there's two computers, because my computer trying to play the game while it's trying to put all these camera feeds together and all this audio, and then sending it to YouTube. Then sending all this stuff out to YouTube through there, it's too much for one computer to do. And even though I have a very powerful computer, it's just too much. And then this modem here, that's a fiber optic modem, okay? So that is running fiber optic. That's a landline phone. That's running fiber optic internet to YouTube. That's running running this is coming out of here, out of the computer, out of the modem, and into the internet, and it's going to YouTube. And the fastest I can broadcast to YouTube is in 4K at 30p. My fiber optic is not fast enough to do 60 frames a second. It's only fast enough to do 30 frames a second. So I think that pretty much covers it all. So, and then as you can see in back here, I have this big long strip with all kinds of stuff plugged into it. And then I have a bunch on the floor. I have another power strip here. This power strip is the two speakers. So if I ever want to turn off the speakers, I don't have to turn off the whole power strip in the back and turn everything off. I can just flip a switch. Even though I do have a button here, this knob here turns on and off the speakers. So I can just turn the sound off on the speakers with that knob. But if I want to just shut them off, I have a switch there on that power strip, and I can just instantly turn the speakers off. And these speakers are also Bluetooth, so they I could send the signal to them out of the computer through Bluetooth, but there's a delay, a slight delay there, and I don't really like that delay. So I run everything. Everything is run, except for this phone right now. Everything is run through it's hardwired. Everything's hardwired, so it runs direct. So everything is direct. There's no kind of so let's just take a kind of overview look here at everything. Let me back up a little bit here, and as you can see, it's quite the studio. I got my speakers here, and there's the microphone. You can barely hear me now. Sorry about that. I could possibly bring this out a little closer now. And as you can see now, that's the setup there. You got all of these. You got 3 monitors. You got the lights up there. Now these lights are run. They're Bluetooth. Okay, so my phone runs the lights. Okay. So if I want to dim them or change the color of the light, I just open the app on my phone, and there's a big color wheel, and I can turn them on and off. That's how I turn them. I don't have to reach around the back and turn them on. They're always on, but they're always like awake, but they're not always on. I just have to open the app on my phone, and I can turn on both lights. I can turn on how bright they are. They only get so dim. They look like they're terribly bright. They're not that incredibly bright right now. It just looks that way, the way the phone is showing it. But this phone is picking up. Everything in here looks pretty natural. It looks really like what it looks like to my eyes, except that light is a little bit kind of halo-y, like a halo. It's kind of got a it doesn't look like that to my eyes. So the camera isn't dealing with that light very well. It's reacting funny to the light. So but this is pretty much it right now. This is the mouse and the keyboard, my synthesizer there, and the 3 monitors, the computers down below. There's 1, there's 2, and the camera just locked up. So, okay, it's back. I think I might have just moved it a little bit. So the Wi-Fi is picking up. The reason why this is working is because, and I can't believe this is working so well, because the Wi-Fi is picking up this 4K signal from my phone, but it's also sending out 4K, so 4K to the internet. So through this, and it's barely working now. So I think I'm going to not tempt fate, and Sigmund's going to say hi again. Oh, we lost the phone. So I guess that's going to do it for this video. So I am going to, my phone may have gone to sleep or something. I'm not sure. But I'm going to end this here. And I may come back. Now my camera is now half, that really wore down my battery. Like really, it's at 33%, and I think it was low anyway, but so okay, that's gonna do it for this looking for the phone. And so yeah, Sigmund, there's your friend. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Oh, there's one other thing I do have hanging up above me. It's a Logitech Brio camera, and it's hanging from the ceiling. Maybe at some point I pointed the camera up and you might have seen it, but it's a Logitech camera. It points down at my keyboard, and so that camera, I can add that here. This Logitech, let's see, where is it? Video capture device, overhead cam existing. Okay. and that's right here. So that you can see this camera, and I can bring this in here. So this that is hanging from the ceiling. That's a 4K camera. This is coming in 4K. It didn't really look very clear with a an HD camera, and so you can see this image here is HD. This one is 4K, and so it didn't really look that clear in 4K in HD. So I use, because I do have an HD webcam, and so this camera that's the Brio camera, I have it running into an extension of USB extender cable, and that's running into the streaming computer, and so that is also a so that allows people, when I'm gaming and all, people can see what keys I'm pushing, and it's just kind of another cool thing. And this Brio runs directly in. It doesn't need any kind of capture card. It runs directly. The Sony doesn't have USB out. I don't think. It just has HDMI out, and that's why I have to have a capture card for the Sony. It does have USB out, but it's not video out. It's USB so that you can charge it, I guess, or possibly, or to run apps, control the camera from your PC, or transfer files from the video card. But it doesn't give you video out through USB. It only gives you HDMI out. So I have to have a cam capture card in my streaming computer. So everything runs. Anything that I can run direct, I do. Okay, I run direct into the streaming computer, except my mic and guitars and things have to run into the if you're planning on doing some major stuff in the future with YouTube and streaming and doing stuff like that, do not buy like a run-of-the-mill audio interface. Okay, get yourself some kind of audio interface that's got like 8 ins and 8 outs. You need 8 ins for your main computer, and you need eight ins and outs for your main computer, and 8 ins and outs for your streaming computer. Okay, don't waste your money, because throughout my life, I have bought probably about 6 audio interfaces, and some of them were pretty expensive, and they were all just like 2 in and 2 out, or maybe 4 in and like sometimes they'd have a digital out. And they just you can't do it with them, because then everything everything has to be you can't run it separately into your streaming computer and then deal with them there and have everything separate. It's always, then everything gets mixed together, and that is a nightmare situation, because when everything is separate, then you just flip a switch and you're ready to stream. But when everything is all merged in together, then it takes you, like, it's taken me sometimes 2 and 3 hours to get ready for a broadcast, because I couldn't figure out why the mic wasn't coming through, or why isn't the game coming through, and you've got to deal with it. But when everything is, you just turn everything on, and everything is already got its separate channels, and you can see them blinking, and you say, oh, that's the button for the audio, and it's already, because anything conceivable already has its path, and it's already laid, and everything is separate. So you have to have a really nice audio interface. The boxes that were there with all the knobs. You have to have really nice ones, and you might as well, instead of buying a bunch of them and saying, "Oh, I'd rather have a Scarlett, or I'd rather have a, and so you try that, and it's still going to only have 2 ins and 2 outs, or maybe 4 outs, and that's 4 is not enough. It's not even nearly enough. So you have to have, because if you got your game audio and your voice audio, and your voice is gonna it's not a stereo signal, but it's still gonna have to go into left and right. You can't have it just in the left channel. And then you may want to deal with music, and you might want to play audio from your main computer and have it linked to your streaming computer. It's like you're already out of outputs. So you have to buy something with like 8 ins and 8s out. You may not use all 8 all the time, but you've got them. So don't waste your money on a 4 channel audio interface. Get yourself an 8 channel. Get 2 of them. One that can be inexpensive, like this. One of them was $300. It had 8 channels. It was only $300. $300. It was more than $300, but and the other one was $1,600. And that one right there is that's for the main for recording in Cakewalk in my DAW. So so that I'm going to get the very highest quality representation of my voice and my instruments that I can possibly get. So don't if you're just planning on doing an audio, a podcast, but there again, then you get somebody else that you want in the podcast. Well, there's your 2 audio signals, and a lot of audio interfaces don't have 2. So then you go out and buy one that has 4, and then you find out, oh, well, we'd like to have some background music, and we'd like to have this, and we'd like it all separate. Okay, then you go and buy, a 6 channel one. You might as well just save yourself some time and save yourself a lot. I have a drawer full of audio interfaces, okay, that I will never use because I have these audio interfaces, and they work really, really nicely together. So all right, so that's pretty much it. And the Stream Deck is a very nice addition to it. The Elgato Stream Deck, and I also use the Elgato capture card that goes into my streaming computer, and that's the 4K 60p Stream Deck. I could theoretically stream in 60p if my cable company offered. They're supposed to at some point, and it's going to cost more money, but I don't know that it's worth it to stream in. Yeah, for gaming, yeah, so that it's nice to have really good frames for gaming, but for streaming on YouTube, 30 frames per second is fine. So I probably will, even if I probably will not upgrade to a higher internet than what I have, because the 60 frames is 30 frames per second is fine for YouTube streaming, and it would just add a lot more latency to the stream. So, all right, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you've learned something about streaming and picked up a few pointers here and there. It took me a long time to figure this all out, and I had to use Adobe Illustrator and make a big, gigantic diagram of the whole studio and how it all plugs in to everything, so that I could understand it all. So, all right, that's going to do it. So, at this point, thank you for watching, and I will be back again with more videos soon, sometime soon. Take care, and please like, please subscribe, click the bell, and leave comments if you have any questions about my setup, anything that I might have missed. No, Sigmund, we're not going to sell you to anybody. We're not going to give you away. I'm going to keep you. Yes. So Sigmund is always worried that I'm going to give him away. So no, you're not going to be a prize. You're going to stay here in the studio. You're a permanent fixture. He's going to say hi again. Hi. That was nice, Sigmund. So I got to go cook some dinner. I'm fasting again today, and so probably some kasha and some broccoli and fried broccoli and onion with a little bit of hamburg or something, and some curry powder. Sounds like a good dinner. So, all right, take care. Thank you for watching. It is 11:39. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, take care. Thanks again for watching, and I will be back with more tutorials about this stuff. Now you know pretty much this is what I use to edit my videos, this whole setup. This is what I use, all those hard drives. This is where I store all my movies, that in the cloud. I have backups, all that stuff backed up on the cloud, in the cloud. So, all right. I hope this has been helpful, okay? Take care, and thanks again for watching, and I will be back with more awesome tutorials in the future. So, alrighty, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sigmund.